We are recording. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for hopping on our team call. I'm so excited to announce our speaker tonight because she is my sister, and she's going to be talking about, she's a diamond coach on our team. She's an amazing, amazing coach. She's an amazing coach whose rank has never faltered and she's just steady. She's an example of someone who is consistent and slowly and steadily does the right things, and that's building a really good organization, slow and steady. So I'm excited to hear this call topic tonight. It's actually one that personally I need. I struggle with organization. I've fiddled around with some Dropbox, and she's going to be talking about Evernote. And for those of you guys that have been around for actually probably only Heather of the rest of you on the call was around a year or so ago when Danielle Natoni talked about Evernote on a national wake-up call. That was the first time I'd ever heard of Evernote and having this system for organization, and I was like, oh, I totally need to implement that. So I'm excited to learn myself. And with that, I'm going to let Christy take it away, and I'm going to mute everybody just so there's minimal interference, and feel free to unmute yourself as the call progresses if you have any questions or any comments. So Christy, hold on, because when I mute everybody, it mutes you too. So give me a second to mute all. Yes, and then I have to find Christy and unmute. I think I did it. Christy, take it away.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to just quickly preface that person who helped me to become familiar with Evernote in the first place was Shalene Johnson when I was doing a 30-day course that she had almost a year ago. I am a list person. I frequently complain about having that CRS disease that if I don't have it written down, I don't remember. And so I kind of graduated from Post-it notes everywhere to using Evernote, and I love it for multiple reasons, but I'm not tech savvy, so I don't have any, fabulous insight into how to use it other than I just wanted to show you how I use it and give you some general information, and then if I can answer your questions, I will try. So I'm going to try to share my screen and show you a PowerPoint presentation. So if I can pull this off without Bobby here to bail me out when I can't figure it out, I'll see how this works. So here goes this screen share, and then this is my presentation. And I don't know how to make it be my full screen. So, like this. Oh, there it is.
I don't see your screen. Wait, I don't see your screen. Do you guys see her screen?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Nicole to the rescue. PowerPoint.
Got it. I can see your screen now. Looks good. Got it.
All right. Cool. So, Evernote for use organizational and time management tool. So basically, I don't know why my dog, see, Ellen, it must be a call thing. My dog's decided to play with his toy now because I'm trying to do the call. Sorry. The main thing I use Evernote for is my daily task lists. One thing that Shalene taught me, I'll put him in his bed, is that instead of putting everything on your daily list, you should only put the things that have to get done that day, or the world will come to an end, kind of thing. So I used to be guilty of putting so many things on my list every day that I would end up carrying things over day after day after day, and they sort of lose importance, because you think, oh, I've been meaning to do that and I keep putting it off. So I have a daily task list that has just the things that have to get done. It has my 3 vital behaviors on there. It has drink Shakeology. It has workout. I mean, anything that has to get done, whether it's my job, that kind of stuff goes on my daily task list. But then I have a separate list for things that need to be done soon. And the idea is get that core group of things that have to get done daily taken care of. And then if I get towards the end of the day and I have a little extra time, then I go to my soon task list and I try and grab 1 or 2 things off of there that I can try and get accomplished. And same thing, I also have a separate list for things that I don't have to do them soon. They just need to get done at some point. Like this year, I would like to get these 5 household projects taken care of. You know, paint the stairs, clean the basement, organize the Christmas decorations, whatever, that kind of stuff that long term, I don't want to forget to do it, but I don't have to have it on something every day in my face, reminding me that I haven't done it. I also have a list for my goals. That would be my personal goals, but also my business goals. And then I also have my push goal, which is up front and center. And that actually on my daily list, one of the things is to make sure that I read my push goal every day. So every day I am reminded that my push goal is to quit my job. And I have a deadline for that. And that's one thing that I do want to make sure that I'm thinking about that in everything that I'm doing so that it stays front and center in all the other things that I'm trying to get done, that I'm working toward that. I also use Evernote to track my business activities. Guilty of not using the Beachbody business activity tracker. It just seems cumbersome for me personally. And so I have my contact lists, my personal development that I'm working on in Evernote. I also follow-ups and things like that. Like if I, for example, set somebody up on a 30-day free membership so they can do Beachbody on demand, I'll make sure that 25 days from now I start setting myself a reminder in Evernote to get back with them and make sure that if they don't want to get charged the quarterly fee, they cancel or convert. So that kind of stuff is all things that I'm able to track through my Evernote lists. How I make it work for me is at the beginning of the year, I go through and I create a notebook. And basically in Evernote, what that means is it is basically a notebook where you can then add all of your lists into it. So I'll create a notebook for each month of the year. And then at the end of each month, I will go in and I'll create the daily to-do list for the entire, it takes me about 10 minutes. I'll go in there and I'll make a to-do list for, 11-1, 11-2, 11-3, 11-4 for every day of the month. And then I have my basic list of things that I have to do every day, my vital behaviors, my Shakeology, my workouts, that kind of stuff. And I just copy and paste that in there. And then there are certain days of the week where I have various activities. Like on the nights that I teach PIO, I'll make sure that I go through for that month, and on all the Mondays and Wednesdays, throw in my PIO class. Some days I add church.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Because I haven't been inside Evernote in a very, very long time. Is it an actual like calendar looking thing that you're putting these lists in, or are you just having like a note, like a tab that you click and it has your to-do list?
Yes, that's what it's like. And when we get a little bit further, I'm going to actually show you my Evernote, and you can see some of the lists that I have in there so that you can see how I do it.
Okay.
And the thing that's nice about it, it's completely customizable. So you don't have to do it the way I do it. I'm sure that there are ways to make actual calendars and things like that in there.
Do you get a pop-up like you do in your Google Calendar? Like it gives you like a pop-up like this is during this time? Is that kind of what, because I don't remember that in Evernote.
I had the same question. Like when you said that you have like, you want to follow up with a challenge or a month later, I had the same question. Like, how do you get reminded? Do you have to go back and look in your note, or do you have some kind of notification that goes off, like it's been 30 days, follow up with this challenger?
You can set alarms in Evernote so that it will remind you. It will pop up an alarm. It'll come up on your screen if you have something set like that. I tend to put it like on my daily list. So like if I want to do it on a certain day, I'll go to my to-do list for November 25th to my list, follow up with so-and-so. But I'll show you each of my lists, but you can, on your different notes, add reminders, and it'll set off a little trigger. You can even pick different, like there's several different options on how it will remind you when you set up an alarm. I use just the basic free Evernote app.
Yeah.
I don't pay for the premium, so I don't have a lot of the bells and whistles that are available if you choose to do that. It can do, I'm sure, a whole lot more than what I use it for. Like I said, I'm not tech savvy, so this is just very basic. And I'm sure there's much fancier ways of doing things than the way I do it, but it just helps keep me on task and keeps me aware of how much I have to get done. Go ahead.
Can I ask another question, or would you like me to wait till the end in case you cover it?
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't care. It's going to be a fast call, I'm telling you. I don't have a whole lot.
Is the main point, I mean, is the kind of advantage of Evernote so that it's kind of cloud-like, so that if your laptop crashes, like if I'm storing all my stuff in my documents in my laptop, they're not accessible to me when I'm at like the grocery store or sitting in the car and I need to shoot off like a message or something, right? Isn't that one of the main benefits, is that it's like always out there, kind of like the cloud?
Yeah, I have a slide for that, but yes, you can sync it among various devices. So we'll talk about that when I get there. But yes, that is, go ahead, Nicole.
I was just going to say that, like, I have Outlook for my email at work, and you can sync it with that too. So, like, my reminders will pop up in my Outlook too, however I want to set that up. Like, whenever I'm in my Outlook, there's actually, like, the little elephant is in the corner where I can click on it and go to it and send things directly.
Oh, that's awesome. So,
Nicole, I know that it's Outlook, so it may be Google or something else too. I don't know. I haven't figured that out.
Okay. Thank you.
Were you going to ask something else?
I know.
Yes,
no, she's muted herself again.
And I forgot. I was going to ask Nicole if this was, didn't you say Evernote is better? That I've been trying to understand Dropbox. Nicole, didn't you say that you think Evernote is better than Dropbox?
From what I've found, yeah. I don't know too much about Dropbox, but they're switching to Dropbox at the law firm, so I'm having to kind of figure it out because nobody's teaching us, so they're all coming to me with questions. So
I have Dropbox, and I filled it up immediately, and now I have to pay for premium if I want to continue using it, where Evernote has like unlimited storage. So
yeah, you only have so much space, and then you have to keep paying every time you want to add on. So for something like this, where you're probably going to have a lot of files or contacts and it's just going to keep growing, I don't think Dropbox would be the best unless you want to pay a lot of money.
So anyway, basically on the same note of what I'd already said is that as things come up, then I just use it as a calendar almost. So like if I get an invitation to a wedding on June 15th, I will go to my June notebook and create a to-do list for June 15th and put the wedding on it. And that way it's already there so that I can remember. Same thing with birthdays. I have a list for each month that says need from store. And as I come up with stuff like that I'm gonna need, like I need to put on mine that I need trash cans for the bathroom trash cans, you know, that kind of stuff. I just add it to my list in Evernote. And then when I go to the store, I can pull it up on my phone. And then everything that I need, I don't have to try and remember, hey, what did I, think of the other day that I needed to pick up next time I was at the store, because it's all right there. So, and same thing, if there's activity coming up that's going to require prep work or something that has to be done in advance, like buying a birthday gift, I'll put that in a note a couple days prior to the event, just so that I have some fair warning and I'm not at the last minute going, oh wait, I have a birthday party today and I have not bought anything yet. So the notebooks, like I said, you can create those for anything that you want to keep track of, and then you can have individual notes in each of your notebooks. So I'll have a folder, like I said, for each month that then has a separate note for each day. But I also have notebooks for my clean eating and challenge groups where I've stored recipes or grocery lists or menus for the week, any special event planning, things like that. So I'll show that stuff to you if I can figure out how to do my screen share on my actual Evernote in a minute. This is the other thing, is the sync, I think, is the coolest feature of Evernote, like you were just asking about, Ellen, because you can cover it across multiple devices, so, or access it from multiple devices. So I have it on my computer, my phone, and my Kindle. Now that I've gotten my eyes fixed, it's not as big of a deal, but I used to have to rely on my Kindle all the time because I could make the font huge so I could see it, where I couldn't see to read like small stuff like lists on my phone. So I used to carry my Kindle around the grocery store with my list on it, but now I can use my phone. But it's really nice. I set it to automatically sync. I don't know how often, like every 30 minutes or something, but you can also manually sync it. So like if I'm on my laptop and I put a bunch of stuff on Evernote, I can sync it. And then when I get to the store, it's automatically there. And it also helps me just because I'm a list person, so that I can stay on track. Like if I'm working on something and I know that I have 5 more things that have to get accomplished that day, do or die, I'm not going to dilly-dally. It's going to keep me on task. It's going to, I'm more likely to push through and get to the next thing if I know that I've got all this other stuff that has to get accomplished than if it's like, oh, all right, and I get sidetracked easily, so squirrel, But it also helps to keep me accountable because, like I said a couple times, I make sure that I have my vital behaviors on my daily task list. And those are the things that at the end of the day, I'll stay up late at night to finish the things on my daily list if I haven't gotten them done, just because those are the things that are really important to me. And then aside from being able to sync your information among your own personal devices, you can also share your notes. You can send copies of the notes via email or a message. This is especially useful in our situation if we have a bunch of kids' activities going on over the weekend and we're going to have to take turns who's taking someone where and things like that. I can share my list with my husband, and that way he's got all of the stuff right there and I don't have to recreate it for something else. Also, like I said, I've got on my challenge groups, I've created menus and grocery lists, and I can email those to the challengers so that they have them readily available in an easy format that they can take with them to the store, or stick on their refrigerator to follow the challenge group. And it also has a presentation mode, which I'm no longer on my free 30-day trial but if you do presentations like for work or things like that, you can actually turn your notes presentation just without having to, I wouldn't have had to create this PowerPoint. I could have just used my Evernote directly and had basically a PowerPoint presentation with a little pointer and everything that goes through there. So if you do want to invest in the upgrade, there's lots of other cool features like that available. So in conclusion, basically, I'm suggesting that you should try it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to give it a shot. If you don't like it, then nothing lost, right? It's user-friendly. It's very basic, but it's reliable. It increases productivity by helping you stay focused on what you have that needs to get done for each day. Plus, you get to control everything that goes into it. So it's completely customizable to your specific needs, and there are limitless applications. So that is my exciting PowerPoint. And then, do I escape to get out of here? I'm going to show you guys my actual Evernote. So, oh, how'd it get so little? Can you see it?
Yes. Oh, so you can actually put a little check mark in the box that says Drink Shakeology?
Yeah, you can choose different formats for your list, and one of them is with the check boxes, which I personally get a sense of accomplishment. Yeah. It's kind of like crossing something off your list. I love having that ability to do that, and I can do that for many of my devices, which again, when it syncs, it'll show on each one what's already been taken care of for the day. And this just happens to be today that is pulled up. So, I mean, I've got everything in here from drinking my Shakeology to making sure that I'm posting a minimum of 3 times a day. Also in my challenge group, I have a Thankful 30 challenge group.
Christy,
to review my push.
I can see that you didn't check the box that you were going to practice for the team call.
That's because Nicole and I did that right before the team call, but you're right. I can actually check that off.
That's so funny. No laundry.
That is funny.
You have to do laundry. Now, you probably already said this. I'm sorry. I think you already did. But rather than like retype that out every day, you can just like copy and paste like your daily essentials. I think you said that, right?
Right. At the beginning of each month, I will, yes, copy and paste my first portion of that. And then I add things for each day. So like I had to add that I was going to call this guy about an interest rate. And of course, today I added laundry. I don't always do laundry on Mondays. It just happened to be something I needed to do and this kind of stuff. My poor chickens, they quit laying. And for some reason, since I'm not going to get eggs, I keep forgetting to feed them. So I have to put that on my list. And yeah, and there goes Nicole editing my notes.
So showing how easy it is to add things.
Oh, sorry. She was showing how easy it is to just add stuff whenever you want to do that. So.
And like they have bullet points or numbers, different things like that with underneath something you needed to do.
Wow.
Right. There's lots of formatting options besides the checklist, which is my go-to.
Wow.
But like here I have training and I have notes in there, just like I would keep notes in a notebook. So, I mean, these are things that I have that I can reference, and you can search your notes. So I can go in, and if I'm looking for something, it's like, oh, I remember that I did some training on a certain topic. I can search in here and it'll find any reference to that.
That's awesome.
Well, sorry, Nicole's saying I can show you, but I mean, it's just a little search feature up there, like on the web or wherever you can type that in. Here's my soon to-do list, things that I want to get done in the near future that are not necessarily must get done today. And then I have a daily Beachbody task list. So things that I do for my business, that's something that I have on my daily list to make sure I refer to this and that I've accomplished all of those tasks every day. And then, like I said, for my challenge groups, I have grocery lists. I have my leader notes on what I need to get done before each group starts. I have menus broken down by days and things like that for various groups that I've run in the past, so that I can do that again later without having to recreate everything.
So you can put challenge group content filed in here, and then rather than reinventing the wheel, you can just keep going back to it. What about graphics? Can you do your images for your challenge groups and put them in here as well?
Yeah, you can copy and paste pictures. There's also, you can insert like a table. So if I wanted to do something for days of the week, like I could do a 7x2, and there's a table inserted that you can go through and fill out.
So you can make a calendar.
And then there's the attach. So that here, if I wanted to put a picture file or something, I can just attach that to this note too.
Okay.
And again, with the upgrade, you can get a PDF reader where you can insert PDFs, and it will be able to include that in your search stuff, but it's not in the basic version. So.
Sorry, I keep asking so many questions, but it's because I really need to do something like this. Do you know if you can import music files? Because I know you can with Dropbox.
I do not know.
I bet you. I bet it's in the.
Apparently, you can record things. We're recording us.
That's funny.
Note now.
That's funny. Maybe it's in an upgrade feature.
Yeah, and it may be something that's available. I've just never tried. So, anybody else have questions? I told you it's very basic, but it's very simple, and I use it like over here. I have all my daily to-do lists sorted by month, and then inside each month, I have one for each day, and then on each month I have this need from store because I'm forever having to get stuff from store, and that's where I can just go in and add anytime, like, trash bags.
Well, I just downloaded on my Play Store, and I'm going to try and see if it'll help me time management.
Heather, we'll work on it together at Platinum, okay? Because I want to do the same. And actually, Christy, it actually is encouraging and inspiring to me that you said you're not tech savvy and that this is so basic and simple and you didn't pay for the upgrade. It makes me feel like I could do it. I mean,
the best thing I think is I just love that it's available on all your devices. So, I mean, I can pull it up when I'm at work and have it on my desktop, but, you can use it on your tablet, on your Kindle, on your phone, on, any device that you have access to the internet, you can pull it up. So
I remember that's what Danielle Natoni, I remember one example that she gave, and she said that using Evernote, and she was allowed to, she put all her files in there, like her, for example, a new coach welcome letter. And so if she was like in the line at the elementary school to pick up her daughter and a new coach had enrolled that day, she could, boom, right away go into her cell phone, pull up Evernote and send the new coach welcome letter. And instead of like, when I heard that, I'd be like, oh, well, I'd have to wait till I got home and I'd have to pull it up out of my documents. And by then I might even forget,
Right. But you've got your Google Docs you're getting set up. You can't do those on your phone.
I'm starting to now.
So,
Google.
Right. So that's all I got. Unless somebody else has questions.
Can you stop the screen share so I can see if Michael is still on? Is Michael still on? Hey, Michael.
Yep.
You're muted. Wait, let me unmute you.
Just wait to nobody.
Hey, Michael.
Hey there.
Hey, is Connie around?
She just got here, yes. She just walked in the door. Yeah, I wanted her to see that application, so I want us to look at that when we're down there also.
Okay,
so
yeah,
that's really cool.
We'll hook up. We'll hook up and we'll work on that together with Heather. Hey, but I wanted to introduce you and Connie to Tiffany because she recently did a show. These guys are judges.
Oh, cool.
These two, Connie and Mike.
Let's see here. Wait, let me scroll over here to find who Tiffany is.
She's
There's Tiffany. Okay.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi.
Hey, Connie and Mike, check out Platinum Edge. I just posted something for you guys.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
It's about transportation to the hotel.
Ooh. Are we going to be riding together in the same taxi?
I wish, but there's a shuttle, so read it. Go on there and look.
Okay.
Tiffany, didn't you just?
What?
Didn't you recently just compete, Tiffany, in a show?
Yeah, can you hear me? Am I
talking?
Okay. I didn't know if I was muted. Yeah, in September, I had one in Washington. It was a natural show.
Oh, where was it?
In Issaquah, it was the Northwest Royal Natural Show.
Oh, right on. Congratulations on going to a natural show.
Yeah, I want to stay natural. So.
Yeah, when I competed, it was natural also, but then it quickly changed and they weren't polygraphing enough people, so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we still got polygraphs and everything.
Right on. So, well, congratulations on your first show.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, it's Penny, guys.
Nice
hat. In the door and our What's that, Ellen?
I like your hat.
Oh, me too. Check this out.
I was wearing mine a minute ago.
Yeah, there we go.
Gotta get a picture. Put your heads back down. Let me take a represent it. Everybody smile for a
picture. I wore mine to class. Michael didn't.
Okay, I got the picture, guys. Well, Christy, that was really great. I really think that was a very practical call that will help very many of us. Cassie, what did you think about it? Oh, you're muted. Sorry. Can you unmute yourself?
I thought it was awesome. I've used Evernote before, but not for this. So I'm excited to start using it. Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions, guys?
Sorry, we're still here. We're just unloading groceries.
No problem. Are you going to watch The Voice tonight?
Of course. Oh yeah, we totally have pile butt today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was. Our glutes were upper glutes were burning from PIO certification yesterday.
Yeah, that master trainer, man, she's a badass.
I told you, pile butt. Connie and Michael came to Southern Oregon, and I did certifications this weekend. It was really cool, and they brought they brought some of their team. It was awesome. So I'm like, you guys are gonna have pile butt tomorrow. Your butt's gonna hurt.
Chris, Julie, you guys have pile butt too? Oh, they're on mute.
Yeah.
Nicole co-taught my PIO class tonight with me because I can't actually do PIO yet. So she was my demo person, and I verbally cued.
That's awesome. I love it. How was it, Nicole?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
She kept threatening to cancel, but she managed to pull it off.
I don't know if they're doing something or not.
Well, okay, guys, let's stop the recording, and we will all check out Evernote. Yes?
All right, great.
Okay.